Hi everyone. I just wanted to share with you some thoughts on retrospectives. A colleague of mine today asked me whether the project organization of a long-running project was the way it was. And I was just starting to answer her. I just started to explain the reasons that 2 years ago have led to the kind of project organization when I suddenly realized that most of the reasons were not applicable anymore. So the world around us has changed, but our project organization was still the same. Why am I telling you this? Because for me, this is a classic example of not doing a retrospective. Now, a retrospective is a word coined in the Agile environment using Scrum or whichever method. In other projects, you might call it lessons learned, or in a normal business context, you maybe just call it, I need to take a step back and I need to think. And I believe this is something we should all do from time to time. We should take a step back and think, why am I doing this? We should take a step back and think, why am I doing this exactly the way I am doing it? Or simply, are there better ways of doing the stuff that I'm doing? Now, maybe you now think this is easier said than done, but I'm convinced the opposite is true. It is really simple. One idea would be to simply take an offsite in regular intervals. If you're thinking of yourself, the offsite might just be a regular home office day, maybe one day a week, where you're not in the office, where you're at home, and where you have the time to think and reflect. Together with your team, the same thing might be true if you do an offsite, you might want to call it strategy day or whatever, every once a quarter. Take your entire team, go out of the office, rent a space or do whatever, but take the time to think about what you are doing as a team and are there any ways to improve. And also on a corporate level, you should answer the same question. Why are we doing business the way we are doing business? Or are there any other ways we might want to earn money? Thinking of digital disruption. So again, also for your entire company, you might want to take one day every half year or maybe one day every year to reflect on the year, to network, and to think, why are we doing the things that we're doing? It's really easy. Another idea might be to really reflect on the things that you're doing and especially ask your new joiners what kind of questions they have when they join either your company or your team. Because they have not been exposed to the usual way around. And all the things that you take as granted or that you take as normal are new and maybe even strange for your newcomers. So take the time, grab your new joiners maybe 2 weeks or 4 weeks after they have joined and ask them, what are the things that are puzzling you? And the answers might be really strange, the answers might be bewildering, but they are asking exactly the right questions. Why are you doing it this way? Isn't there a simpler way? So, coming back to my first point, retrospectives are important. We are being paid for thinking, and we're not being paid for getting things done in our daily business, in our day-to-day job. We need to take a step back and think. Now, what do you think?